In Western medicine, your liver processes toxins. In Chinese medicine, it stores your anger. Same body, two totally different maps. So, who's right, and why do they see things so differently? Let's break it down. The profound divide between Chinese and Western medicine in understanding the nature of organ stems from fundamentally different philosophical perspectives and methods of observation. These distinct worldviews shape both the connotation and extension of what an organ means in each system. In Chinese medicine, the understanding of organs is rooted in Zang Xiang theory. Zang meaning internal organ systems, Xiang referring to their external manifestations, so we can also call it visceral manifestation. This framework is deeply embedded in ancient Chinese cosmology, particularly the theories of yin-yang, five elements, and the holistic concept of the correspondence between heaven and humanity. The universe and human body are both seen as dynamic systems made of flowing qi, sustained by the interplay of yin-yang balance and five-element relationships. Organs in TCM are not isolated anatomical units but functional hubs within a broader energetic network. So, how does TCM observe the human body? TCM primarily employs the method of observing the exterior to infer the interior, which means assessing internal organ function through outward signs such as complexion, tongue appearance, pulse quality, voice, posture, emotional changes, bodily discharges, and responses to seasonal shifts. This approach is living, dynamic, and holistic, focusing on functional performance and interrelationships rather than structural anatomy. Thus, the five zone organs, heart, liver, spleen, lung, and kidney, are defined as complex systems of integrated physiological functions, not as discrete anatomical entities. For example, the heart not only pumps blood, but also governs mental and emotional activities. The spleen oversees digestion, fluid metabolism, and blood containment. A single zang organ's functions may span multiple systems in modern medicine. Conversely, one Western anatomical organ's functions may be distributed across several zang organs in TCM. What matters in TCM is how each organ contributes to the harmonious flow and transformation of qi, blood, fluids, and essence, and how it interacts with the environment such as climate, emotions, and society. In contrast, Western medicine views organs primarily as anatomical entities. The human body is dissected into smaller components for detailed study. Western medical knowledge is heavily reliant on anatomy and experimental science. Organs like the heart or liver are defined as material structures with clear anatomical locations, identifiable tissues, and measurable functions. The heart is a pump, the liver is a chemical factory, the kidneys are filters, the brain is a processing center. Organ function is highly specialized and defined by clear structural boundaries based on location and quantifiable physiological and biochemical markers. TCM strong organs are functionally defined, derived from observable life phenomena, and operate as interconnected adaptive systems within the whole body. Their boundaries are fluid, dynamic, and overlapping. Western organs, on the other hand, are structurally defined, verified through dissection and science, with fixed physical boundaries and mechanisms. Their identity lies in what they are and how they operate mechanically. In short, TCM asks what does it do and how does it contribute to the whole. Western medicine asks what's it structurally and how does it work mechanically. Inter-organ relationships, dynamic functional networks. Organs never function in isolation, but how they relate to one another is interpreted very differently in East and West, reflecting their constructing views on the complexity of living systems. TCM organizes the five zang organs within the five elements framework, where each organ corresponds to an element: wood, fire, earth, metal, water, and their interactions follow the generating and controlling cycles of this element. This model emphasizes that organ functions are constantly shifting and mutually influencing. This function in one organ can cascade to others through the productive and restrictive circles. For instance, kidney yin deficiency may lead to liver yang rising, manifesting an excess internal heat or irritability. In contrast, Western medicine explains inter-organ communication through biochemical signaling and anatomical pathways. Organs interact via nervous and muscular networks. It emphasizes precise pathways, receptors, and measurable indicators, and treatments often target specific muscular targets or regulatory loops. In summary, TCM presents a modeled, function-oriented network emphasizing the balance and holistic harmony. Relationships are abstract and dynamic, with a therapeutic focus on restoring overall balance. Western medicine reveals a mechanistically integrated, structure-based system built on material interaction and information transfer. Relationships are concrete and mechanistic, with treatments aimed at correcting specific dysfunctions. Both systems acknowledge the complex interdependence of organs, but they speak entirely different conceptual languages when interpreting that complexity. Okay, that's all for today's video, and I really hope you love it. If you want to know more about TCM, hit that subscribe button and drop a like. Here's Olivia. Catch you next time, and remember, your health is your power.